When learning the swing, there are three mistakes that I see most often. And those three things are an incorrect hip hinge, using the knees, which turns the swing into more of a squat style swing, and using the arms to raise the bell. And fortunately, there are some tools that we can use to help you correct those things. The first thing we want to do is check your hip hinge. So you find a pole like this. This is just a painting attachment pole. I'm not sure what it's called. And you're going to place that on the back side of your body. It should come in contact with your head, your thoracic spine, and the very top of your glutes or your lower lumbar. So hinge forward. As you do, the pole should never lose contact with any of those three places. If it does, then your form is wrong and you need to readjust. The most common thing that I see happen is that people will tend to raise their head like this, which brings the pole off of the thoracic spine. So just adjust your head. Usually that's what it is. So anyway, that's a tool for you to use to double check that you're hinging correctly. And now what I'm going to do is show you the swing with the hip hinge incorporated. Let me pull my hair up. Okay, hip hinge swing. So the bell is out in front of you. The initial part of the swing is a hike. So this part you actually do use your arms for. So you're going to hike it back and then drive those hips forward. It's a pop and a snap. I'm not raising the bell with my arms at all. It is swinging. There's just a slight bend of the knees. Okay? And then more of a squatted style swing would look like this. So it's more of a dip. I'm really bending the knees and I'm doing more of a squat. It's also much harder to get the bell where it needs to go. This is incorrect. This is correct. All right, hopefully you can see that difference. All right, so if your knees are the problem, what I need for you to do, you can get a book, or I fortunately have these not used bed slats that work great. They're not very thick, maybe an inch. Don't know if you can see that. And then they just need to be wide enough that the front of your foot will fit on it. So we're going to lay that down. And what this does is it will automatically take your knees out. So you place from about the ball of the foot here on to the board, both feet, and then you're going to practice the swing this way. And this forces you to take your knees out. So it's a all right, so you can give that a try. Just take your knees out. And then for the arms, you're going to use a towel. All right. Now, what you do is you loop the towel through the handle of the bell, and you're going to grab it with both hands, kind of like you would like a baseball bat or the golf thing. I can't think of the name. The club, golf club, that's it. So you're going to hold it like that. Okay? And then you're going to swing. And what this should look like is the towel and the bell should still be an extension of your arms. You should make a straight line. Okay? That lets you know that you are not using your arms to raise the bell. However, if you are using your arms to raise the bell, it's going to look something more like this. And this is really hard for me to do just because I'm so used to the actual hip hinge swing. So for me, it takes a lot of concentration to use my arms. So let me try. So you're going to raise the bell with your arms. Do you see how the bell starts to fall before my hands and arms do? Do you see how the towel dips? That's because I'm using my arms to raise the bell. Am I still hinging? Yes. Am I still snapping my hips? Yes. But I'm also using my arms when I shouldn't be. All right. I'm going to take my arms out of it again. And watch for that straight line from my arms to the towel, through the bell. Do you see how it doesn't fall? That's because I'm not using my arms at all. They're just like an anchor for the bell. That's all. Okay? All right. Hopefully those things will help you out. Also, I want to touch on the fact that it's also very important that you're barefoot. You need to have that communication with the floor, between your floor and the feet. There's a lot of information that is lost if you have shoes on. You need to be able to grip the floor with your toes, especially when you go up in weight, and you need to be able to drive through your heels. And if you're wearing shoes, especially the typical style tennis shoes, they're going to put you at an arch, and you're not going to be able to do that. And it's also going to put you at risk for hurting your lower back. So if you can, do it barefoot. If not, wear as flat of a shoe as possible with as little arch as possible. And let's see if there's anything else. Also, the breathing at the top of this swing is very important. You probably noticed it as I was performing it. It's a very quick power breath at the top. The reason you do that is because without you having to think about it, it engages core muscles that protect your lower back. So that breath is very important. You might feel silly doing it, but it is extremely important. Something you can do to check to see if you're breathing correctly, you take your hand, cup it up under your rib cage, breathe normally. All right, now do that power breath. And what you should feel is your diaphragm hitting your fingers. So that's just reinforcing your brain, letting you know that when you breathe that way, something physiologically does happen inside of you that's going to help you protect your lower back. Yes, you should think about engaging your core, but if you incorporate that breathing into the swing, that's one less thing you really have to think about. So do that. Make sure you breathe. And good luck. If you have any questions, let me know. Please send me videos. I have absolutely no problem checking your form. I would much rather check your form and get your form correct than you just go about all of this with incorrect form and possibly even injure yourself. So anyways, good luck.